Disclaimer: this video is not a tutorial or a how-to. Neither myself nor any other TA should tell you exactly how to complete the homework problem. Our job is to answer questions you have about the material and explain concepts, not give you the answers to the homework problems. This is for your benefit as it will force you to learn the material better, and as a result, you will do better on your exams. This video will give you information on where you can find the resources to help complete the homework. If you still have questions after watching this video, please go to the TA lab and a TA will be glad to help. It is my goal to answer your questions so I can save you a trip to the TA lab. First, create a sub that implements the flowchart below and name it Good Judgment. Next, you attach that subroutine to a button that displays on the first worksheet. You can learn how to assign a macro to a button in Chapter 11.2, and the video that you will want to watch is called VBA Conditionals Practice, Hotel. It is in the last half of that video. Next, you see a sideways rhombus shape with the letters NOC in it. If you are not familiar with what that shape means, you can review Chapter 9.4, Principles of Flowchart Construction, - symbols used in flowcharts. This should help you understand what that shape is asking you to do. You can see that NOC stands for number of cookies in the key. Next, you see a diamond rhombus shape, and once again, if you are unfamiliar with what that shape means, you can review Chapter 9.4. In the center of the diamond, you see number of cookies is greater than 12. One side has true, and the other side has false. If you are unfamiliar with this notation, you should review Chapter 11.5, VBA Conditionals. Take special care to make sure that you notice what the question is asking in the center of the diamond. Is it asking if the number of cookies is greater than 12, or is it asking if it is greater than or equal to 12? These are two different questions, and you must make sure that you pay close attention to what the flowchart is asking. Lastly, the program should end. The next thing that you must do is create a subroutine that is called Daisy Decisions. Once again, this must run when you click a button, and it should be on the first worksheet page as well. The program is determining whether someone loves you or not, which is determined by the number that the user types in. The program should receive as an input the number of petals of the flower. You will create a variable for the number of flower petals. You will then store the number the user types in as that variable. Then you will use the number of petals as an input into the logic of this program. If the number of petals is even, then the program will output the person loves you not. If the number of petals is odd, then the program should output that the person loves you. Make sure to test this and ensure that the correct output is displayed based on whether the user inputs an even or an odd number. There is a hint. You can use the mod operator. The hint tells you that the mod operator will return the remainder of one number divided by another. For example, 11 mod 2 is essentially asking, what is the remainder if you divide 11 by 2? Well, 11 divided by 2 is 5 with a remainder of 1. Therefore, the output given by 11 mod 2 is going to be 1. 11 mod 3 has a remainder of 2. You can also use this operator on a variable. So your variable of petals mod a number will output the remainder of the number stored in the variable divided by the number you program. See if you can figure out how you can use this logic to find out if any given input is even or odd. If you are unfamiliar with the mod operator, you should look up mod operator VBA and read one of the websites that comes up. Try to figure this out on your own, but you might be able to find an answer if you look it up on the internet. Try to spend some time thinking this through first. After you figure this out, the program will then display if the person loves you or not, determined by if the number the user inputs is even or odd. Once you are finished, you should test the logic thoroughly on both of your subroutines before submitting your worksheet. You must also make sure that your code is stored in a module in the worksheet you submit and not your personal workbook or worksheet.